I'm gonna talk about some life stuff that is going to go a little deep. And then also too, if you like all these, like, some of them are gurus and some of them are like life coaches. I just realized something. I am really, really big into the life coaches, and I love Mel Robbins, and there's a lot of other good ones too I watch on YouTube and throughout all social media platforms. But what I come to realize right now is in my life, let me just tell you just real quick, make it short. I'm a throwaway child from parents from addiction. I never dealt with I dealt with them with their addiction, but I've never had it myself. But one thing that I did, somebody's texting me. One thing that I did have to do is that I had to grow up fast and I had to figure things out on my own. Nobody was there going to teach me. I think that's why I like that so much. But it's odd because there's so much I already know just by listening. And I've been knowing. It's just that it's not something everybody always talks about. One thing that I've learned in my life is that I would sit there when I was younger and I'd be like, oh, waiting for the universe to do something, or feel sorry for myself. And my favorite thing was to sleep because I was depressed, because my life was horrible, because I let other people control my decision making. I was young, I was dumb, I was naive. I let people break down my confidence. I let people define my self-worth when I know what I was worth, but listening to them put me in depression. Whose fault is that? It wasn't theirs. What I've come to realize is it was my fault. My fault for not taking my power back. My fault for not believing in myself, and my fault for not doing anything about it. My fault for sleeping. My fault for just like letting things be where they're going to be and saying, oh, if it's meant to be, it'll be. No, that's not how real life works. It's not if it's meant to be, it will be. No, you don't like something, you gotta change it. Somebody takes advantage of you, you gotta let them know what you're worth. Because if you don't and you got kids, then your kids, that's what you're teaching them. They're teaching them all those things that they're watching you. If you stay in a bad relationship, if you don't love yourself, if you don't take care of your health, if you don't want to be successful, it's on you. I'm so sorry, but it took me so long to realize this. No wonder why I love listening to the gurus and all the life coaches, because this is what they tell you. Now, how did they learn that? How did they learn that? I'm going to tell you. Experience. They learned it from experience. And I feel like, and tell me if I'm wrong, we're all in this world and life goes up and life goes down and our experiences are all different. But I hate to throw people under the bus, but I got a dad. Okay, we're 20 years apart. And my mom's 20 years apart. And my mom, she ended up passing away from her bad decisions. She did that. I'm 39, and I have what I have because of my experiences and my choices. And he has what he has because of his experiences and his choices. He is 59. I got kids more responsible than my dad. Kids. One that's just 17, like literally 17. But this video is not about him because I love him and I'm not throwing him under the bus. I'm just using him as an example. It don't matter how old you are in life. Some people are on different levels and some people never move up, like in the awareness. Listen to your intuition. You got it for a reason. Listen to it. If you're out in the wild and there's a freaking lion there, don't sit on your phone. You acknowledge it. You see it. You listen to that and you freaking run, or you do whatever you have to do. If you got something, you take care of it. You know what I mean? In life, the mistake is sitting there and being numb and ignoring things, not listening, not being aware. Growth in life is learning from your mistakes, making mistakes and learning from them, not making them and keep on doing them and end up in the same place when you're 60. No. Growth comes from experience and learning from them. And not only that, it comes from digging in deep and saying, why am I the way I am? Why do I let people take advantage of me? Oh, maybe it's because nobody taught me what I was worth. Maybe it's because I was in a house full of people who treated me like crap. Maybe that's why I deal with way more than I should deal with. Not coming from a home and coming from a broken home, maybe I put up with all the shit I put up with because all I ever wanted was a home, and I do whatever I gotta do to keep it together, to keep a family setting together. That's just my own reflection of me digging inside of me from my perspective and my experience in life. Your perspective, your decisions, your experiences in life are going to be totally different than me. But if you are in my generation and you ever watch All Dogs Go to Heaven, like some people, when they were a throwaway kid, they could see that little girl, right? They see that little girl and they think, oh my gosh, I can relate to her because I am that little orphan child raised by dogs. Now you put a little princess in there who's been given a silver spoon, who has no daddy issues, who has no mommy issues, and she's had a blessed, beautiful life. Thank God for her. I'm happy for her, but that wasn't me. She cannot relate to the little girl on All Dogs Go to Heaven. She doesn't remember every single word, and she can sing it like to this day. And she probably, I don't know, she could love animals just as much as that little girl did, but I'm telling you, everything has to do based on what we experienced in life and how we perceived it. And then we take that like what we perceived and what we learned from those experiences, and then we reflect it on people and everything in the world. And it doesn't work that way because we haven't all went through the same crap. I gotta be loving on that girl who had a beautiful life. I can't envy her. I can't put her on a pedestal. I can't want to be like her. I can, but it's not gonna do my heart no good. I gotta be happy for where she is in life, and I gotta push her up, and I gotta love on her, and I gotta just support her. And everything I would do for just somebody else, I gotta do that for me. I gotta do that for me. You ever notice that we do all these things for other people? And so, yeah, I know there's some narcissists out there that do, they're takers. But for the ones that give, you need to be allowing yourself to take too. Don't be waiting around for somebody else to treat you good. No, demand it. You demand it because you deserve it, because you are worthy, because you are loved, because you need to love yourself before other people will love you. Demand it. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 80 and you're just now learning this in life. I think we're all on different levels in life, every single one of us. And I think it has to do with reflecting in. We got to be aware of why. Question yourself every single day. Why did I respond like that? Why did I snap? I might have snapped at the person that didn't deserve it because of something totally different. Question everything in here every day, and then learn how to dig inside of your emotional. And I feel like that's how we learn. I really do. I feel like we have to go out, and everything we fear, you only fear until you try it. And then once you try it, you just keep on replicating what works. And then before you know it, you're successful. You just are. But the fear is always there. But once you step into the fear, it's not there no more. So if you're watching this and you're sitting your ass in bed, get up, get out of there, and go do something small. Eat little things. Start small, work your way up. Start loving yourself the way you deserve to be loved. Nobody's going to love you unless you start loving yourself and start demanding respect. And if you didn't have parents like I didn't have parents, and you don't know all this yet, go ahead and follow me. I'll love on you. I'm sorry this lasted so long. No, I'm not really sorry. It had to be said because you needed to hear it. We are all not blessed with somebody to tell us this stuff. That's why we listen to the coaches. My story goes pretty deep and down in the negatives, and I rise to the top, and I'm staying positive. No matter where I come from, I'm worth it. And so are you. You're worth it too. And if you guys want to follow me, I am Rochelle. I'm a mom of 6. I have 5 boys and 1 little girl. And I'm going to start telling my story. I'm going to start telling my story of how I was a throwaway kid and how I made the life that I deserved and how my kids deserve. And you can too. It don't matter where you come from. You can too. All right, you guys, I love you. And then hit that like, hit that subscribe. All right, or hit that follow, whatever. Love you. Love you. Bye.